What is up, YouTube family? We are back at it once again. I wanted to holler at y'all real quick because I be hearing a lot of people talk out here, and I watch the way people move. I listen to the way people talk. I check out people's actions, and then I look at people's results. And what I'm seeing is a lot of people are failing to achieve a lot of the things that they're setting forth to do. And one of the biggest reasons is because I noticed that y'all don't sacrifice enough. You're not sacrificing enough. And what I try to ask people is, how bad do you really want it? How bad do you want what you're trying to achieve? See, a lot of people have dreams and goals, but a lot of people don't do the things that's necessary to even attempt to try to achieve these goals. Now, you have some people that are naturally ambitious, and there are a lot of people out here that are chasing their dreams more than ever. They're seeing the opportunities that are out here. You got social media, you got so many different things. You got gig work. You got all kinds of programs available for you to go to school, for you to get trades, for you to learn different skills. You can go on Google right now and they will teach you all kinds of computer things. I took an IT class that ended up being free for me. But it was because I applied myself. I went and chased after these things. I focused. I did the things necessary to put myself in a position as best as possible to achieve whatever the task was at that time. When I went and got my IT certificate, I had to put everything to the side. I had to put the smoking, the drinking, the video games. I can't remember the last time I had time to play a video game. I see a lot of people out here trying to get what they want, but they still be doing some of the things that's holding them back from achieving these goals. And you got to ask yourself, what are you willing to sacrifice to get what you want? We ain't talking about sacrificing your soul, none of that. We're talking about tangible things. Are you willing to sacrifice your time? Are you willing to sacrifice your personal wants to get the things that you need, to get the bigger things that you want? A lot of y'all won't even sacrifice for your own damn kids. That shit crazy. I see a lot of people out here, they go out and buy a lot of things for themselves. They go out and buy a lot of material things. They're still putting themselves ahead of their own children. You see their kids walking around with less than. But you'll see these people, they'll be driving the nice whips, or they hook their cars up, or they got all kind of personal things going on that's making themselves happy. But they ain't got no savings. They haven't put no money away for their kids' college education. They ain't taking their kids nowhere. They ain't spending no time with their families, like taking them to see places, going out of town, visiting family. They can't help nobody. If somebody call and need groceries or a light bill, they can't do it. They won't even think about calling you. And I learned a long time ago that it's bigger than me. If you want to be great, if you want to have a legacy, you got to do things that's bigger than you, outside of yourself. So for the last 20 years, I've been focused on the things outside of me. I've been focusing on making sure everybody around me in my circle, in my family is good. And that takes certain sacrifices. It takes a lot of sacrifices. And a lot of y'all ain't built for that. A lot of y'all very selfish. Y'all want what y'all want when you want it. And you will make impulse decisions and impulse purchases and just say the hell with the rest of the people. The hell with what's coming down the road. See, whenever I make moves with money or whenever I'm about to go and buy something for self, I always think about my family first. I always think about emergencies first. Always thinking about what's coming down the road first. You know, I remember years, every time I would be ready to go buy a motorcycle, there will always be something else that would be coming right after that I knew was more important than just having a motorcycle. I'm like, okay, do I want to buy this thing that might kill me? Spend $5, $10, $15, I ain't spending 15. You spending $5,000, $10,000 on a motorcycle, on a two-wheeled death machine. Motorcycles are dope. Motorcycles are cool. I love them. But it's like, do I want to spend that money on that, or do I want to take my daughter to Disney World? That was a sacrifice that I had to make one year. Then the next year, it was like, do I want to get that motorcycle, or do I want to go take my family to the Philippines and do for my in-law family over there? Every time I go to the Philippines, I spend $10,000 or more. So it was like, do I want to get a motorcycle and not take that trip? Or do I want to put that thing to the side and say, you know what, I don't really need that. It's probably going to kill me anyway. And then go to the Philippines, give my children the most amazing experiences they've ever had. Take my wife back home to see her family, see my family. They are my family now over there. Go to some of the most amazing places in the world. And then take 17 other family members with us to the different islands and take my godchildren shopping in the malls overseas. And to be able to do for other people is way more amazing than anything a motorcycle could bring me. I was going to buy a foreign vehicle, that Bentley Coupe, about 8 years ago. And then I thought about the financial burden it was going to place on me. Back then I was thinking about it as a liability, not an asset. I didn't know I didn't look at vehicles like that back then. Now fast forward, and I look at what that car, the detriment that it would have brought to me and the finances, everything that I've been able to save and invest in over these last 8 years would have went into a vehicle that only would bring hate my way. That was one of the hardest sacrifices I ever had to make for self. Because when you get to a place where you deserve to buy these things, you know, you got to treat yourself sometime, but you got to understand the boundaries and the limits of what you're doing, and understand that your purchases can set the whole family back. So by me not buying that vehicle, I've been able to do so many other things. I was reflecting on it the other day, and it's just so amazing, all the things that I've been able to do and all the places we've been able to go. And, you know, if somebody called me and asked me for something, like if my grandma called me and said, hey, I need this, I need some groceries, it's like nothing. You know what I'm saying? If I would have had that vehicle and I would have been paying $1,500 a month, $2,000 a month for a vehicle that I ain't even driving all the time, just to be able to stun on people, it just was ridiculous. So now, focusing on the grind and the family and the small things to get to the next level, those sacrifices will pay off. See, a lot of people be so caught up in today, they don't think about tomorrow. It's a lot of people that don't even have savings. They not saving for a rainy day. But I'm here to tell you, if you sacrifice and you put your family and your kids first and you stay on that grind and you stay humble and you stay in the cut, your time is going to come and you're going to blow and you're going to be able to get everything you ever wanted. And that's what I've been experiencing lately. It's amazing, like, how things have come back from all those sacrifices I made from before. It's a true testament. And that's why I'm here dropping that on y'all. Because I see a lot of y'all ain't really making the sacrifices that you need to make to get you where you need to be. You really need to sit down and analyze what you're spending, analyze what your goals are. You really need to step back and refocus, formulate the plan, put yourself last for a minute, go in the cut for a minute, disappear for a minute, and stay on that grind. Put your family first. We supposed to be kings. We supposed to be men. We come last, but it's okay though, because we get the glory at the end. We trying to build legacies out here. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than them shoes you got on. It's bigger than all that jewelry and name brand clothing you buying. It's bigger than you trying to keep up with the Joneses. You got to sacrifice something to get something greater. And I'm here to tell you, it'll work. It definitely comes back to you in more ways than one. Now, when I move around, wherever I go, everybody knows what I've sacrificed. Everybody knows what I put into this to get us where we need to be. And my wife, my partner, she's done just as much. And two is better than one. But if you stay on your grind, you will attract that right one that'll be on that grind right there with you. And y'all together will build something greater than you ever could have imagined. And before you know it, they'll be putting your face over the fireplace. So you want to be a selfish individual, or you want to have a legacy for the whole family and be somebody great? You want to do great things. You got to be greater. Until next time, I holla. 100.